Silver's about $113, something like that. Setting a new base, getting ready for the next blast off. This is a new rocket ship platform building at about 110, 115, getting ready to blast off again. It'll be 200. Before long, we'll be having $200 silver parties, and then it will be 500 this year. So you're not too late. Still, people, I see a lot of people on social media all asking, oh, silver's at new all-time highs. You know, I've missed it. You didn't. You're still early. You're still very early. Now, I want to talk more about Japan, and I'll tell you why. It's all related. The financial system all around the world, all the currencies are breaking down. I think Japan is going to win, and I'll tell you why. The biggest debtor nation wins. Now, some people say America's the biggest debtor nation in the history of the world. It depends how you measure it. In some ways, that's true. But per capita and per GDP, Japan is winning. The one with the largest debt wins, gains the most when the system collapses. And I think Japan knows this. They know time is short. The global financial system is going to collapse. And they just want to spend, spend, spend. And this does relate to us as well. You know, I think debtors will win if it's good debt. Not if it's debt based on, it's like a mortgage. No, they'll just revalue. They own your home. They own that home. And if you're a landlord and you've got like a property portfolio that's all based on debt, you're not going to win. You've still got to, if the pound collapses and they go to CBDCs, they'll revalue your debt into CBDCs. What the cunning men want is to wipe out all their debts. Sovereign debt, big derivatives, it'll all be wiped out and people will lose. Pensioners will lose. You know, anybody who's invested in a pension insurance or an investment scheme, that'll just be gone, wiped out. Mining shares, wiped out, gone. The mines will be nationalized. But any bad debt like that, based on secured debt, they'll revalue that debt. You'll owe it now in CBDCs or whatever the system comes next, some kind of a digital system. The unsecured debt, you will win. There's a brilliant book written called Die with Zero. I liked it. I think it was a very good book. But I'd like to write a book that says die with -0. Think about that. You want to die with debt. Debtors will win if it's unsecured debt. Nobody loses anything. You're just expanding the world's currency supply. So this is why I think Japan is winning. They've got over 200% debt to GDP. Per capita, they've got the most debt in the entire world. They're going to win. And the amazing thing is, they're going to depreciate the yen even more. They have to. They have to. They're going to have to depreciate the yen. Now, why this is so incredible, my wife's just come back from Japan. She had an amazing time in Japan. What's interesting is, big, rich, wealthy countries, I'll just use Singapore for example. These big, wealthy countries, you've got amazing infrastructure, high quality of life, good healthcare and all that. Is that a good place to move to? Yeah, if you can afford it, but it's very, very expensive to live there. And there's plenty of other countries like that, with really good infrastructure, really good quality of life, clean, safe, tidy, high quality stuff. Very expensive to live there. And then you've got, I wouldn't say which countries, but then you've got the really poor countries. At the bottom of the scale, you've got slum conditions. Like £1 or $1, you know, you could have accommodation, food, entertainment, everything. The pound and the dollar and Western currencies go a long way. Slum conditions. Come up a bit from that, almost slum conditions, where you can have like a cheap apartment and you might have running water, a little bit of electricity, but it keeps going off. But still, the pound goes a long way. You've got cheap living there, very cheap living in those places. On the other end of the scale, you've got the wealthy countries where you've got nice quality of life, but the pound doesn't go very far. Japan is the best of both worlds. You've got the very good, high quality infrastructure, and you've got the yen is depreciated so much, the pound goes a long way. My wife's going to 100 yen sushi bars. 100 yen is like 30p. Soon, I think it will be 20p or 10p. I think that's how much. You know, I'm predicting it could be 10, 15p for 100 yen. So 1,000 yen will be £1.50. Now 1,000 yen you can get a lot for. This is why Japan is the most amazing country. They are winning. And if you look at the financial media, oh, Japan is finished. Japan is looking terrible. There's real crisis in Japan. They're doing it on purpose. The Japanese know what they're doing. They are winning, and they're having one over on the Americans, you know. Trump doesn't want the yen to depreciate so much. That's not fair. It's a currency war, and Japan is attacking America by depreciating the yen. Yeah, maybe that's true, but what can you do, Trump? I think the dollar's finished as well, but Japan is winning. Japan bond yields are going up and up and up and up and up. There's a massive crisis. For a long time, Japan has been just used by the rest of the world. This Japan carry trade, you know, the low interest rates, we'll use the yen for cheap borrowing. Well, that's not happening anymore. Interest rates are going up. All those yen are flooding back into Japan. They're not going to be borrowing from Japan anymore. The yen's going to keep going down and down and down. It will be problematic all around for everybody, but Japan will be the most benefit from it. It will be hard for Japan. Anybody who's a bondholder in Japan, you're going to lose. I think it comes down to this. Don't have any paper or digital illusions of wealth. You want zero paper or digital illusions of wealth. Promissory notes, paper or digital. You need real hard assets. If you're a silver holder in Japan, you'll do very well. Well, if you're a silver holder anywhere in the world. But the point is, we're planning on retiring in Japan. My son's going to do university, Tokyo University. My daughters have got plans there. We're going to retire to Japan. And I want to have some kind of an income in pounds. I'm still going to do consultations in pounds, and I will help people with promissory notes and the crisis that the world is going into now. I think the whole world is going into crisis, and we all know crisis means opportunity, and if you're positioned correctly. So bear that in mind. Get out of if you've got any cryptocurrency, get out of it now. If you've got any ETFs or any paper or digital illusions of wealth, get out of it now. If you've been paying into an insurance, if you've been paying into a pension, be prepared to lose it all when the system collapses. The banking system as we know it will collapse. It'll all be washed away. All paper digital illusions of wealth will be washed away. You need real silver and copper as well. Now you need to take silver and copper bullion in physical form out of available supply and just sit on the sidelines and watch. You want to just be sitting on your deck chair, on your lawn chair, and just watching from the sidelines, and you know, eating your popcorn. This is interesting, and you need to just watch what happens. Just sit and wait and be patient, because I think the whole world is going to go crazy very, very soon now. This is it. Just going to park up here, and then I've got a conclusion to my video. That's nice parking. Okay. Right. In conclusion, if you are interested in bugging out from your country, I think most of my viewers are in the UK. Now, the UK is going down the toilet, same as most Western countries. Europe, America, they're going down the toilet. The West is going down. The East is rising. China, Japan, Singapore, and the Middle East as well, is terrible problems in the Middle East. I'd say stay out of the Middle East, stay out of the West. You want to go east, and there's lots of good countries you can retire to, many good countries. If you don't mind like slum conditions, you can live like an absolute king in some of these other countries. But Japan is better because you've got the advantages of, I got friends who went to Sri Lanka and they said, oh, a meal is so cheap, going shopping is so cheap, accommodation is so cheap in pounds, but you haven't really got the infrastructure. It's a bit hard to live there. And that's true of all these countries like Vietnam, Thailand, Philippines, Cambodia, and all those countries around there. You haven't got the healthcare that is really good, you know. You haven't got the facilities. Japan has got amazing healthcare, the best in the world, really, for the value, best value in the world. It's got like the cleanest toilets, the cleanest. You feel safe. My wife was saying she's like used to London, like she's in a restaurant or something, and she leaves her bag there to go to the toilet, and she was saying different. No, I can't leave my bag there. Yeah, you can. It's fine. You can just leave it there, you know. You can leave your phone on the table. It'll still be there. You can leave it overnight. It will still be there. It's amazing how safe it is and how clean everything is. And the yen goes so far. So you don't want to go to Japan and earn yen. It's not worth it. You'd be earning like £1.50 an hour or something. Do you know what I mean? It's going to be in yen. No, you wouldn't. You want to be earning funds in a Western currency. So you got to think about that. Have you got some kind of investment? Like if you got some kind of an income, could you be digital? There's loads of ideas for digital nomads. I can help you with that. Now you can definitely get a house for free in Japan, a nice house for free. You can go scavenging. The population of Japan is falling by 1 million people every year. There's all these ghost towns, or just like a few people left living there. And all those buildings, businesses and residential buildings are all full up with good stuff. The last owner has abandoned it. It is not wrong to go scavenging. We call it urbex, urban exploring. I love going around with a K-truck. Me and my son, we go around looking for cool stuff that's been abandoned, and you're liberating it, you're saving it from just going to waste. If you're interested in having Japan as a bug out location, either for a short term or a semi-permanent location, or just as a holiday home in Japan, book a consultation with me. I would love to help you. Hopefully speak to you soon.